At the beginning of a new scholastic year, I always have a question in my mind. It is the question that St. Luke uses in his Gospel to speak about the miraculous and wonderful birth of John the Baptist. After his birth, everybody was asking, what will this child turn out to be? Today I'm going to reflect on this question by using Sidney Nolan'S self-portrait, which he painted in 1943. Sidney Nolan was an Australian painter. He belonged to a group of artists who called themselves Angry Penguins, and they used to gather in Heidelberg. In the 1930s, painting, as well as all other forms of art, were very, very English. Painters would paint the Australian landscape as if it was an English garden. This group of artists who had grown up in Australia wanted to paint Australia as Australia. They could see the beauty in the wildness of the Australian landscape. Sidney Nolan saw something very special in the Australian landscape and the people that lived in this land. He saw the mysterious, the sacred, the sublime surrounding him, and he wanted to share this vision with other people. This self-portrait is Sidney Nolan'S manifesto. He wants to tell the whole world that he has a vision and a mission in life. With this self-portrait, he wants to tell the whole world that his life now is a vocation and it has a purpose, and he's determined to carry it out. This is the portrait of a determined warrior ready for battle. Look at the intensity of his blue eyes with red under his eyes. Look at the way he's painted the palette and the painting brushes. They're like a shield and arrows. Look at the warrior stripes across his forehead. He knows that his new way of painting is going to be challenged, is going to be ridiculed, is going to be rejected, but he is ready for battle. He has a vocation, he has a purpose, he has a mission, and he's determined to carry it out. And what is this mission that he wants to carry out? Is to paint Australia as Australia. Can you see the two small landscapes on either side of his head? This is the Wimmera landscape, the desert landscape, the vastness of the Australian landscape. Look at the red in the background. It's not the pretty greenery of English gardens, but it's the red soil of Australia. Sidney Nolan'S self-portrait can provide an incredible inspiration and challenge to all Australian young people. I summarize it in 3 words: believe, become, be seen. Let's start with the word believe. Look in the intensity of Sidney Nolan'S eyes and then ask yourself, do you truly believe that you are precious in God's eyes? Do you truly believe that God has put you here for a purpose? Do you truly believe that God has a plan for you and has given you the courage, the strength, and the gifts to carry out that plan? The second word is become. Become the person that God wants you to be. Sidney Nolan had been given a great gift, the gift of being a talented painter. And the instrument that he used to develop the gift were the palette and the painting brushes. But as we mentioned before, it came at a great cost. He had to put in an incredible amount of hard work, and he encountered a lot of difficulties and opposition. So as you look at the palette and the painting brushes in this painting, ask yourself, what are the gifts that God has given you, and what are the qualities in your character that will help you to become the person that God wants you to be. Then also ask yourself, what will going to be the difficulties and the challenges that you'll encounter to become that person? What are the oppositions and the obstacles that you will have to overcome? Who are the people who will be there to support you, encourage you, help you to develop your gifts so that you can become the person that God wants you to truly be? And finally, be seen. We are not talking here about taking selfies of the clothes you wear or the hairstyle that you have. That's just exterior stuff. We are talking about be seen to be the person that God wants you to be, by your words and especially by your actions. Sidney Nolan made a difference by his actions as a painter. So as you look at the stripes of Sidney Nolan's forehead, ask yourself, in what way will I be able to use my gifts to make a difference to others? Who are the people who I'll be able to influence by the use of my gifts? And who are the people that I can encourage and inspire to make use of their own gifts to make a difference to others? Finally, Sidney Nolan painted two small landscapes of the Wimmera region, one on the right and one on the left of the painting. When is it time to start using your gifts? Sidney Nolan's answer to you is right here and now, where you are. That's the time for you to start using your gifts. Sidney Nolan has made a difference in the way we now see the Australian landscape and its people. Through his painting, he has taught us that we are surrounded by the sublime, by the mysterious, by the sacred. He has opened our eyes to see the beauty in the rawness and the vastness of our land. He has opened our eye to see the devastating and also power of drought and fire, which we often experience. But most of all, he has opened our eyes to see the nobility and the dignity of the common people, of soldiers going off to war, of people working the land. But most of all, he has opened our eyes to see the nobility and the dignity of the First Nation people who lived in this land for thousands and thousands of years before us. Yes, Sidney Nolan has made a great difference. What difference will you make? Bye now, and thank you very much.